Right, we are here and we are chasing down Vega with Marlon. We are currently in Cinder Volcano, and I'm going to give you a quick team recap before we crack on. First up, we have Wine Gums, our Star move, Bubble Beam, Surf, Power Gem, Psychic, Sour Patch, our Camera Up with Lava Plume, Scorched Sand, Rock Slide, and Earthquake, Violet, our lovely Gengar with Shadow Ball, Shadow Punch, Dark Pulse, Destiny Bond, just in case. Skittle, he's just kind of a sacking thing, but you know, skill's pretty good. Grass, not Hyper Beam, Strength, Bite, probably the weirdest Leafeon moveset you've ever seen. Cheez-It, the one and only king himself of the cheese, Cross Poison, newly learned Acrobatics, Poison's Fang, Confusion, Ray, our little Crobat. And then Ice Pops, our Beartic with Icicle Crash Slash, Cross Breath and Charm. That's the team. Before we go and find Vega, what we're going to do is we're going to search these little volcanoes. Oh, what are you doing here? You're looking very much like you don't want to move, but why? Can I? Stealth rocks. I will always take that. What are you doing? Let's see. It appears to be the remains of what used to be Shadow. Remove the cloak. Yes. Sick. We are laying rest to Shadow Warriors, people. I'm here for it. I'm here to help the cause. I'm here to help the cause. And in this one, is there going to be a Shadow Warrior somewhere? No. There is an item though. Please be something yummy. Yeah, I'll take a Heat Rock, I guess. I will take a Heat Rock, I guess. Yeah. What do we have on my Starmie before we do stuff? Do I have a Waving Sense? Do I have a Mystic Water? I'm gonna give that to Starmie. Yeah. What? Why have I got an Odd Sense on? I forgot I put it on it. Let's get underway then. Oh, there's an item there. Give me that. No. We'll get the item. There's nowhere to run, Vega. Now, tell me where you're keeping the Shadow Warriors. You think you have me cornered, do you, Marlon? Quite the opposite. It is you who will soon be pinned down. What? That's supposed to mean Vega. I'm sure you're aware of the incident that took place here, yes? Of course. What's your point? The monster that appears from luck. There's a Groudon. I'm not reading any of this, Vega. If you summon a Groudon, I will cry. Don't want to read it. Why? Why are you doing this to me? Please don't be the primal form. It's gonna have that Precipice Blades move in it. Ah, you cannot keep holding me here. The cave will soon collapse and we will both be trapped. You cannot hope to find the Shadow Warriors whilst buried under rubble. It's simple. If that happens, I'll use Crocodile to wear. Even if you must remain trapped, Vega, I know Faye. There are only so many places in Boris she'd consider secure enough to store the Shadow Warriors. Once I rejoin Zepg and Frozen Heights, we'll scour every possible location until we find them. I thought you'd continue to be stubborn on Groudon. The earth trembles with your every step now, so do them. Alright, there you go. Just get out here, mate. I'm gonna lose the block anyway, because it's stupid Pokemon. Ground's run, if not, the cave will collapse and work out. I mean, if I'm leaving you, mate, I'm out. Cry, are you alright? No, we've been separated. Wait, these Pokeballs on my side, aren't they yours? They must have been... Oh, God damn it. What's going on? Can I just go? I don't... Just direct me on whether you want to fight or switch. So do I not get to choose? I mean, this is... Before I do anything, this is really cool. I'm assuming he's going to choose what... This is a primal Groudon for me. What he's going to use. I get to choose whether I get to fight or not. Fuck. I forgot it's got Desert Land. My water type move is going to do fuck all. That still did a lot of damage. Cliff Blades, what the fuck is that? I thought it was Precipice Blades or whatever. Please kill. Oh. This is a really cool aspect to games, by the way. They need to do this in that, like, the next game that's coming up. This is a really cool way of, like, playing the game. Why am I leveling up? Don't tell me there's more levels I can have. The ground sank into lava and fell into a deep slumber once more. Phew, we survived, somehow. That, again, sorry, this is really cool, man. You need to do this more often, Game Freak, where you can have a random battle and, you know, you join a team, this guy gets to fight and he gets to choose what moves he uses. So dope. Destroy the rocks, use Rock Smash. Thank you for your help, Cryo. I honestly don't know what I would have done without you. Here, I suppose you'll want your Pokemon back. Yes. How about you? No, one second thought, that's not a good idea. Look, I'm grateful for your help, truly I am. However, the next task is something I need to handle alone. Right now, I need to secure Zeph's in finding the Light of Ruin's new base. If you follow me to our base in Frozen Heights, Zeph would never agree to help. So please, Cryo, for both our sakes, stay away from our base. Turn to Shadow Space. No, mate. We're on our way. We're on our way. We're here. I'm going to come and fight you, I'm assuming. Because... oh, dude, I'm going to have to fight Zeph. I don't know what Pokemon he's got. Have I even got it written down? Let's have a look. No, I don't. For some reason I have a fairy. Oh, god damn it. I'm not enjoying whoever that is. Anywho. I can't believe we're still not doing gym number 5 yet. This was not in my resume. I was not here for this. Look at this fire, bro. Ouch, that's hot. See, I love this as well, man. Like, interactions in games is so cool. This is what Game Freak, mate, you need to be doing this. I'm assuming you're Marlon, right? Before we continue, before I open this door, let's save the game. Right. I'm gonna do a cheeky big save too. Save number 1. Right. Door requires entry level number 3. Bingo, the keycard opened the door. I'm assuming this is Marlon. That's obviously Zeph over there with the old whites in his hair. The old whites in his hair. And so Frey ordered the grunts to join Aklov's Light of Ruin. You understand now, Marlon. Frankly, the fact any grunts and scientists were allowed to remain is a miracle. See, I had no idea things had gotten this bad, but I think I know how to make up the difference. And I know this may not sound like the most agreeable idea, but... what the? That's my infant Cryo. Is that you? Bro, I swear to God if I fight you, which I know I have to fight you. I don't want to fight you. What? You are... no, I cannot possibly be you. You must be some sort of spy. Aklov, how long must you torment me? You thought you could fool me again, Faker, like he did. Even though I see that you wear Cryo's face under the mask, you are still a far cry from the real deal. Once I've sent you running back to Aklov, deliver a message for me. Tell him. Bro, I put on a girl's voice because of that pink hair. That's all I'm saying. That you'll all suffer for your irredeemable sins. I don't want to fight you, bro. I'm on your side. I'm on your side, Marlon. Look at this. This is like some Doctor Strange kind of bro. I mean, that's a dark type if I've ever seen one. That's fine. Bro, you can intimidate me all you want. That's a Decidueye. You're a ghost type. What do you possibly have for me? Dude, I don't know his moveset, you know. I don't know his moveset. I'm risking it all. This crit. Oop. I'm going to be faster than you still. Right? I mean, I'm gladly using hyper potions up here, so use a low. Why are you low sweeping me? Ah. I didn't realise that would have happened. That's fine, don't crit, and we're good to go. I mean, I'm losing a mega here. but I do have a fairy type in the back who's thick. I can still level up. Why? Yeah, I'll be faster than you, surely, right? Even with a low sweep. No? How am I not faster than you, an Exploud? What? Look at Poliwrath, bro. Poliwrath is so dope. Okay, I'm surviving that, right? Thank you. Yeah, bitch slaps, son. I knew that was going to happen. What are you going into? Something that's going to... Oh, that's fine. I'm power up hitting you. Confuse Ray. That does nothing. It's so funny. I'm going to back out of this real quick, just due to the fact that he's probably going to Confuse Ray me. Oh wait, I have a berry. Fuck. Should have stayed in, man. What a waste. That's me. That's on me. That's me being an idiot. Damn it, bro. I should have stayed in. I had a fucking berry. Please hit through with this rough play. Fuck. Oh, well. Never mind. Carry on. That is nothing. Dark Pulse flinches. That's all. Please. Stilton. I know you stink, bro. But I need you to hit. I need you to open them stinky little eyes. Open them. Open them stinky little eyes, bro. Get off my screen right now. Dude, Unbreon is thick, bro. Like, thick. Like, actually thick. This is coming from a huge power Azumarill, and that does nothing. Am I better off just staying in? Look how thick I am, bro. Get that Aquaveil up. Aquaveil. Give me some health back. It would be good for me to swap out, but I don't see the point. I would rather sack Stilton here, chip off some damage, as now he doesn't have any hyper potions left. And I'm getting health back anyway. That flinch was kind of good. Obviously he's going to do more damage than I'm going to get back anyway. Please open your eyes and confuse him. Get that 30% confusion. Nope. Go. There's the Exploud. Dude, this Exploud is speedy. Them tootsies of his are moving, bro. There we go. Poliwrath. You are... I can't believe I can still level up, man. That's mad. Whoa, he's got a Gengar. That's a Mega Gengar. That's a Mega Gengar. What ability is Mega Gengar? Hold your horses, because if I can use Scorch Sands, that'd be perfect. A shadow tag, and it's known as the Shadow Pokemon. Mega Gengar uses the Shadow Tag ability. No, I just swapped out then. Oh no, he killed. Bless. Oh, that's... Oh, and the burn. You actual saint. That's fine. Oh my god, he full healed. Doesn't matter, it's dead. God. This is terrifying. I hate this so much. That's fine. I'm just going to stay out in case I can get the burn. Do you know what? A Mega Might Yenna would have been cool, bro. Okay, looks like I'm swapping back out then. Can you please open your eyes? Please, camera up, do me a favour. Thank you, and burn. Oh, you sexy boy, camera up. I can't risk hitting myself at all. Oh, mate, you're in trouble, Zeph. You're in trouble, Zephina. I mean, this isn't going to kill because it's an Unbreon. He's probably going to Moonlight. Oh, he Charmed. Okay. Okay. Well, I'm just going to use Surf again. And you're going to die. Adios. Dude, that Mega Gengar, if that Hypnosis landed, I think this probably would have been over. We are 35 minutes in, bro. No, you won't take anything else. Sorry to admit it, but I'm gonna take your Pokemon from you because they're going to the grave. And all this rubbish, and all that, and all this, and all that, and all this, and all that, and all this, and that, and all that. Love it. 13,000. This Battlestar, this aura, it cannot be. Are you really Cryo? No, this can't be true. Dickhead, it is. Zeph, enough. We don't have time for infecting now. Cryo isn't the enemy, the Light of Ruin is, and you can either accept that fact or else I'll be assuming command of what remains of the shadows. Thank you. Now then, what have you been planning, Zeph? From what I gathered, we'll be staging an attack on the Light of Ruin's new base. That's right. I'm having our remaining scientists locate their base. Once they've managed to find it, we'll take the Light of Ruin by surprise and destroy it. With their main force left reeling, we'll steal back the prison bottle and what remains Shadow Warriors they have left. However, I'm still unsure as to how long it will take to locate them, and unfortunately we're pressing for time. Right now, Aklov is with Faye as she studies Hooper. When she finishes, Aklov intends to turn his power into Boros. If we can take out his base while he's gone, we can catch him off guard, and when he returns and steals Hooper's power once again, without it, Aklov's power will be greatly diminished. Roger that, Zeph, and I take it you're certain Faye won't retaliate against us if we take action. I'm certain, Marlon. From talking with some of our scientists, Faye could not care less about Aklov's goals. All she wants is to study the Pokemon's power. She'll give him her support, of course, but for the most part, it is up to Aklov as to whether or not he succeeds. And of course, we shouldn't take light of how dangerous he is alone. And it seems to me that in order for our plans to go off without a hitch, we'll need all the manpower we muster, so I suggest we bring Kerr along as well. Marlon, I don't understand. Why would you put so much faith in her? I was only tried to interfere with us before. What makes you think she would be even willing to help us? We were imprisoned together in the cube space, Zeph, and while we were there we made a promise to someone. We promised that we would destroy the remaining Shadow Warriors, set their souls free, and Cryo knows that as long as the Light of Ruin is holding onto the Shadow Warriors, their souls will remain trapped. Are you saying that not only did both of you survive a trip inside the cube, someone else was there too? Someone who knew about the existence of the Shadow Warriors? It was Aros, Zeph. They imprisoned him in there 16 years ago. Not only that, it turns out Aros is Cryo's father too. Aros, I see. So that's what became of him. Well, I'm not surprised then. He was always quick to identify bugs in any system. If anyone could figure out a way out, no matter how flawed, it would surely be him. So, Cryo, would you be willing to lend us aid? We intend to gather what resources we can and go for the Light of Ruins directly. Yes, I'm aware you and the Shadows, we haven't always seen eye to eye, have we? And if I trusted you with our most important secrets, would that be enough? In that case, let me explain what our true purpose was. The true purpose of Shadows. It all began 17 years ago. Zeph's son had just passed away. As an old friend, we came to visit him from our home region of Hoenn. Zeph, how are you holding up? I'm so sorry. Marlon and I just heard about your son. Ivory, Marlon, Thank you for your condolences. It's good to see you again after all these years. I take it you travelled by boat to get here. How was the journey? Very pleasant. It took a few days to arrive here, but the journey was lovely. If I remember correctly, you have a son too, right? We did. Unfortunately, he succumbed to an illness much too young. Are you a knowledgeable scientist? Have you ever thought about trying to bring him back? Of course. As scientists, we thought that if anyone could find a way, it would be us. Sadly, there was no known method to truly revive the dead. We had no choice but to try and move on, and then a year ago, Ivory gave birth to twins. It was one of the happiest moments of our lives. Of course, we miss our first child, but our new ones have done much to fill the void in our hearts. Is that so? Where are they now, if I may ask? Nuzlocke, a friend of ours, agreed to babysit for a time. They are with him now, back in Frozen Heights. Frozen Heights, a friend of mine lives there as well. He's an old partner, the one who helped me found my company. But around here, he's simply known as the Guardian of Boris. He even managed to befriend a so-called mythical Pokémon. I think his wife recently gave birth to their own child, actually. However, I don't remember the child's name. What about your new twins? What are their names? Their names are Smash and Melanie. They're the most beautiful children in the world. Yes, that's right. Ivory and I are Smash and Melanie's parents. Smash, ever since he arrived, he's been looking for us, hasn't he? I always regret leaving them both, but after spending so much time away, I really had hoped they could meet their older brother. How stupid I was. Perhaps I should take it from here, where I learned that we had both experienced the pain of losing our children. I made an offer. Our combined scientific knowledge united together under one common goal. I felt with that resolve we could achieve the impossible. Of course, Marlon and Ivory were most skeptical, but after many attempts I convinced them. They agreed to return their children to their home in Hoenn and then move to Boris without them. With no distractions, I was certain we would succeed. However, as we discovered, the three of us could only do so much on our own, and so we partnered with an independent organization known as Science Society. I do love a good backstory, you know. Together with their help, our research suddenly gained speed. However, the research required more undivided attention, and so realizing that I simply could not oversee so many projects at once, I stepped down from my position as CEO of the Cube Corp. In my place, I left it to a young woman, Faye, the leader of the Science Society. Yes, Zepg is the inventor of the Supercube. The first cube meant for simple storage was a collaborative effort between him, your father, and Faye. It's what allowed Cube Corp to take off and become the major influence in Boris it is today. And this is how she repays me after all this. She practically stole Cube Corp, the company I founded with my own two hands, and she allowed Aglov to steal my shadow from me, too. Yeah, mate. Shouldn't have stepped down. I shouldn't dwell on that now. Anyway, Faye was the one who gave us the template for the project. As you know, likely guessed. Thus, before I stepped down as the CEO, I established a new branch of Cube Corp entirely dedicated to the revival efforts. I called it Shadow Branch, or known as the Shadows. To avoid tarnishing Cube's corp reputation, I had to ensure our experiments had no ties to the company whatsoever. And with that out of the way, we were able to experiment worry-free. Ivory, status report. We're ready to begin the first trial, Zeph. Oh. Not quite right, that voice there. And let's begin, shall we? Everyone, take your positions. Zeph, are you certain this will work? Of course, nothing is certain, Marlon. It is merely the first of many prototypes. I don't expect perfect results in the first try. However, we cannot worry about the finer points later. For now, let's find out if this is merely a hypothesis or not. To start with, I just place this Pokemon here. That's a Garchomp. And place the sample remains next to it. And finally turn on the molecular fusion device. Now, once the cloak is on to the shielded from the light, it should become mobile. It worked! Now, let's see if we can actually move its body. Whoa, quickly Marlon. Hand me the control gauntlet. Stay, creature. You must obey. I'll admit this is not what I was hoping for, however this certainly is a step in the right direction. Given time, we should be able to bring them back. All things considered though, the first test went rather smoothly. Faye said we had to continue the research, not to let this setback trip us up. Her words, spurred on by her, we continued to work on the Shadow Warriors. However, even with the control gone, some provided difficult to control. One lashed out of my face, leaving the scar you see today. Another lashed out on Marlon's, severing his arm. And yet, despite injuries, we pressed on. That's a teaser. Over the course of several years, the Science Society helped us capture more Pokémon and combine them with test subjects. Some were living as per Faye's request, and the others were not. Matt. This is not so we turned anyone against their will, of course. All grunts that became Shadow Warriors did willingly for the chance to gain great power, but Faye, she was like a demoness, driving us to crueler and crueler experiments in order to revive our children, and of course I suspected she had absolutely no interest in them at all. It was always the Shadow Warriors she was invested in. Eventually we concluded we would not be able to bring back our children. Using the Shadow Warriors, despite coming close with our last trial, the cost to our children would have been too great and had continued in the same direction. And so, we were forced to try a new approach. One that was extreme yet plausible if recent events are anything to go by. The plan was to bring the ultimate weapon, the one mentioned in the old legends, here to Boris, but while the weapon may be capable of mass destruction, it was also the same device used to restore the foreign king's Pokémon. And if the weapon could bring Pokémon back to life, it stands reason it could bring our children back as well. But how much of it was our idea, and how much of it was Aklov's machine? Yes, under Zeph's instructions, we began research the Dark Force of Boris, and at the time we hoped to use its power to bring the ultimate weapon. And of course we had no idea the Dark Force was in fact Aris's old partner Hooper, and from there you know the rest. Phew, well that was an explanation, it was. I'm really sorry about that. We are now 46 minutes in. Take it all in quiet. Okay, now that you know what's really been going on, you should have no hesitation about working with us. I should apologise, Crow. I believe you to be some sort of spy sent by Aklov. If I'd known you were the real deal all along, I would have reacted less violently. Yeah, bro, losing 3 of my Pokémon. Sir, we've detected remains of Hooper's portal engine in Villaviv Town. It's quite likely the Lights of Ruin's base. Viville Town, so the old base used by the Science Society now serves as the Light of Ruins. I should have known. Marlon, we cannot remain here any longer. Now that Aklov is distracted, we must strike quickly. It's time to rally our fighting forces and depart for Viville Town. Prepare the shadows, we move out at once. Of course, Zeph. I doubt we have much time until Aklov returns. And Cry, please don't tell Smash and Ivory about me. At least not until the time is truly right. They will neglect our children in favour of another. The thought would sicken me. Oh, before I forget to keep the outfit, I think it looks rather good on you. Who knows? It may come in handy someday. I'll take it. Have you the means to cross water, the HM, sir? If you cannot use it, then you should first obtain the Area City's badge before you group with us. We must research Viville Town as soon as possible, so please hurry. It's northeast of the Area City, where you are ready. Sick. Finally. What I thought was straight after that rival battle, that was 3-4 episodes ago. Do I have an escape rope? No is the answer, so what we're going to do is use this elevator. I mean, hopefully we've got a good enough team for this. I'm kind of petrified of this next battle as well. We're going to worry about that later. What I'm going to do real quick is save the game, and hopefully I don't get a cutscene because my throat's hurt and I've done enough talking. Nice. I'm a quick time. I mean, I've got my ground types. I'm happy. Got my ground types. I'm happy. What we're going to do is gonna ooze. Still in cabbage and refresher. Refreshers don't look so sad. I will definitely be taking an item off all of these here. Mate, that Unbreon was a bitch to fight, man. What I'm going to do is I'm going to end the episode. I'm not going to bore you with this. I'm going to figure out a team, and then we're going to come back next episode, and we're going to have a brand new team, and you guys are going to be ready for the Dehara City Gym battle. I'm not ready for it. I hope you guys are. It's going to be an interesting one. Thank you for watching, and again, I apologise for how long this episode is. It was a 50-minute episode. Obviously, I will be cutting it down, but I'm apologising. This was not very. It wasn't a boring one, but we got some backstory, and I'm kind of glad we've got it. We had a couple of good fights. We defeated a Primal Groudon, and do you know what? I'm cool with what I've got left. Gengar's here. Cheez-Its is here. Not that Cheez-Its will be in this next gym anyway, but we'll figure something out. But thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this rather long episode, and hopefully the next one will be a bit shorter, and that will be the gym. Till then.